besties, it's your girl Yala, and we are here at World's Gym for a full body day.
All right, guys, the gym is dead, which is so nice. Baby's hitting the arms. I am hitting full body. Let's go.
We like to start every one of our workouts with a cardio warm up. We usually do 5 to 10 minutes of just like 3.5 mile an hour walking. Oh, so we start out, we do our walking, and then I'm going to move into just some warm ups. I usually do anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes of just light stretching before my lift just to get my muscles all warmed up and activated. Then we are getting right into the thick of it. Okay, so we're doing full body today, but we are starting out with lower body because, girl, it's tiring. So, luckily enough for me, I go to World's Gym Tucson and they have what is called the Booty Lab, which is an area that is specifically like just booty equipment. So, there's 3 different hip thrust machines, but this one is my favorite. I really focus on slow and control, and then I like to have about a 2 second pause at the top to really feel like my glutes engaging. And believe me, you will feel it. Then, oh my God, we are moving in to the dumbbell section. So I'm going to start off with some RDLs. This is really just going to warm up my hammies. I go all the way to the floor, but you don't have to if your range of motion isn't there yet. I like to do a tempo of 2 seconds down, 2 seconds up, and then a slight hold. This really is going to fire up your hammies, as you can see. Your girl was dying. Right into my least favorite exercise, also slash my favorite exercise. Bulgarian split squats. There's 1,000 different ways to do them. I like doing them with dumbbells just because I feel like I have a little more control. I'm going to do anywhere between 3 to 4 sets, 8 to 12, just depending on how I feel that day, hormonally, physically, emotionally. But I try to go a little slower. I think I sped up the video a little bit for this just so I could get in both sides. But this is killer for your hamstrings, your glutes, and even your lower back to really give you that kind of round, carved out shape that all of us girls are going for. I recommend resting about a minute in between your sets, which is perfect for photos. Up next is one of my favorite varieties of RDLs. So this is a landmine RDL. And for some reason, I feel like I engage so much more of my actual hamstrings doing RDLs this way versus with dumbbells. I feel like it's a little more of a glute bias, whereas when I'm doing these, I can control my speed and I can actually feel my muscle fibers stretching at every point of this workout. And for the upper body part of this workout. Now, your girl struggles with upper body. I had my boobs done a few years back, and ever since, I just have not been able to lift the same. But the goal is ultimately to get back, or I should say, to actually be able to do pull ups because your girl don't do pull ups. So, we're doing assisted pull ups on the bar, which I honestly think is a little harder for me than using the assisted pull up machine. Right into some push-ups. Once again, I don't think I can honestly do a real push-up to save my life if I had to. So we're doing elevated push-ups on the bar. This is going to take a lot of the pressure off of your neck and help you to actually feel the movement in your back, in your shoulders, and in your arms. I usually like to do about 3 sets of 20 or just as many sets until I literally can do no more push-ups. Up next, we're going to do a few variations of lat pull down. One is going to be wide grip, which you see here. Now, I used to be really strong with lat pull downs when I was doing them consistently. And then I don't know why I just kind of stopped. I started a new program that really didn't incorporate them. And I feel like I lost a lot of my strength that I'm trying to build back. So we're going to do 3 different sets, anywhere between 10 to 20 reps of each. This is moving into a closed grip pull down, which I actually prefer. For some reason, I feel like I can feel this in my back muscles more than in my lat muscles. Right into cable pulls. This is more of like an accessory movement just to kind of loosen out my shoulders. Oh, and there's my baby. If you go to our gym, you probably think we're freaking disgusting because we literally just make out throughout the gym through like 90% of our workout, but we think we're adorable, so that's all that counts. And finally, we are going to end this workout with some abdominal work. Now, I have always been a huge fan of hanging core only because I feel like instead of using machines, this actually trains like your body to hold your own weight. And do not be fooled. As easy as these look, I literally challenge you to like hold your own body weight for more than 10 seconds on the bar, and you will realize how actually difficult it is. These have been one of my favorite go to ab movements. I call them X hikes because you're going to drive your knee as close to your elbows as possible. And when I tell you, you throwing up, you will. All right, guys, that workout is done. Almost 600 calories and 174 BPM. That was a good workout.